do both of them have like an even chance, or is it one side? Does one have a higher chance of winning than the other in terms of just like the deck list? Don't worry about the
Um,
piloting.
so for water against Darktina, it
Yes.
seems like you
Yeah, the
either
deck.
get
Yeah.
misty or you lose the game. Um, and
Mm.
for Darktina, it's like hope they don't get misty
Well,
and
well, here's the
win
kicker.
the game on the spot.
Aeron, the Palkia deck, has Misty, as you would, right? Cheery
Hmm.
has one copy of TRG that can counter the Misty. If, like, I would love to be there at that moment where someone flips, like, let's say it's Palkia, right? Active flips, what, three out of the four, like, goes first, flips three Misty heads or something, and then you counter with TRG and you just cancel all those energies. That
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
would like to be at. Well, Jesus, what happened to the quality? Okay, just oh, still waiting on Aaron to check in. I'm pretty sure he'll check in. He's probably gonna run out. Actually, Aaron was saying that he's probably busy in church for for mass or
Oh no.
something. So he might have to run the timer, which means that you might get really lucky here in terms of not being able to play this round. But we'll wait and see because I remember he did say that. So he said he might have to miss like one or two rounds. So maybe we,
That's no bueno.
yeah. He was stuck. I remember he was at. He's got mass or something. Easter stuff for church.
Mm. Happy
Yeah,
Easter,
we
everybody.
might want to watch someone else then. Okay. Well, I guess we can go back to Bronson because he said he's versing Palkia and he's
Sure.
running Charizard. So we'll go back to Bronson
Sure.
for this one. All right. We haven't seen King of Stars in a while, so I might go back to King of Stars later as well. Um, so hopefully King of Stars is still running, and then after this one we can watch your gameplay afterwards. But I appreciate everyone streaming. It makes these tournaments in a way would not be possible just to cast, view, and have fun had we not have you guys who allows us to watch like this. All right. So currently no points are made. We do see a coin flip here. Jesus, Palkia. Oh man, that Charizard's been pretty brutalized. What's happened? Okay.
Um, I think he had that Charizard out pretty early, and then had to switch it out so that the Palkia didn't one shot it.
The Shaman's really trying to work overtime here with the heals.
That
Um,
Charizard has no energy on it right now,
I
so
I don't
it might have
know.
gotten TRG'd.
I'll have to bring up the deck list, guys. But yeah, Portland Poliwags is fighting for his life right now. To be fair, he is in somewhat of a type disadvantage, but we'll have to see what deck his opponent was wearing.
His opponent just kind of wins here because he has a second one that's almost fully charged on the bench.
He's versing a guy called Teddy, who's done Palkia, and he does have TRG. So maybe you're
Yeah,
right.
he probably got TRG'd.
So Charizard got TRG'd bad. He had to is the guess. Now no points have been taken so far.
Which is probably the saving grace, but
It's a slow decline, it looks like, because Charizard doesn't have enough energy. That's it, right? Moltres couldn't flip enough
yeah,
coins for
yeah.
for Poliwag here, so Poliwag probably has to concede the first round. On top is Teddy. I think both of these guys are from the US as well. So kudos to our North American friends who stayed up or woke up really early to play the tourney. He can store for one turn, but you still lose that energy there. It a lot of jittery. If you get back into it, I will help you. If you need stuff, I'll trade you. Okay. I'd love to get you back involved into playing, and it's ranked mode. I'm not expecting you to go for masters. Oh my god, the dawn, the dawn. Okay, GG's. This is a pretty scary deck. Hang on, did Trap mute? Let me see. He did. He pressed the mute button. It's over. We don't know if Trav was talking this whole time or not. But that was a very strong showing by Teddy there. Dawn is insane. Jittery, it's like you've been busy for the last however many years. His deck was pretty scary. His deck was pretty scary, and it's just game number 1, right? So you got another game to try and make it. So good luck.
I had to do something real quick.
It's okay, but Teddy did. So Teddy ruined Poliwag by TRG and then Dawn. Like,
yep.
crazy.
Yeah,
I understood, Jittery. But nice to see you chilling here on a Sunday with us. All right, so good news. Poliwag is going second. Does start with a Moltres. Don't know the rest of his hand, but starting with Moltres is always a plus side. Bad news. Teddy starts with Palkia. And when we say bad news, it's possibly because if it's a Misty, four heads, the quickest game of game number 2 of round 5 ever.
I mean, even just slashing the Moltres is just fine here. No Misty, though.
It's really, a lot of cards are amazing, Jittery. That's good. That's good for a Poliwag. He needs game 2 now. Now, I did see a Charmander pop out there.
Yeah.
He's looking for the rest of the family line. Comms helps. Cheer. At least he made... You know what? I bet Aaron is actually maybe making the excuse that he has the runs to his parents or something. So he's gone into the bathroom stall and just been like playing on the toilet. I think so long as Bronson gets 1 energy here per turn, I think that's fine. You just don't want like a full tail board. But the scary part here always will be Palkia in the active with a possible Misty. And Teddy just chucked out basically his board. The first slash is in play. I do think Palkia is quite strong.
Yeah.
Surprising it doesn't get a lot of use, but I think because when you go up against Dark Tina, they just wall up with a helmet, and then you're just doing damage to yourself.
The only reason it doesn't get a lot of use is because Gyarados is so much better because it doesn't discard all the water energy. You got so hard with Misty.
Yes, and yes, and Jittery, that I do think the card quality here compared to TCG Live is better because I think they focus more on like the art style than the gameplay. Obviously, since Rank only came out like this end of last month.
Yeah. Wow, it's already almost been a month.
Now you see where all my money goes, Jittery. All right. So far, saving grace for Poliwag is that Palkia is stuck and has had to manually put 2 water energies on his card. We see a Charizard pop out of the shadows here. I'd be bold to say that Poliwag could potentially just attack here. Like the biggest...
Yeah, he could probably just win the game here.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking, like obviously we never want them to do what we say or anything like that, and they can't hear us in the VC. But like he doesn't have a spare Palkia EX. He's got the Origin form there. No energies on either of these. The back line. Obviously that changes with Misty, but this is a great time to prevent this. Oh, insta concede.
Okay, he knew the writing was on the wall. Like even with Misty, he could just switch out back into the Moltres, start charging again, or just clash him to death and just charge the Moltres.
It's really nice, Jerry. Get back into it. But no, I think it feels like in terms of this matchup, it's a battle of, again, like a race. But it's who can ramp up better. Theoretically, it feels like Palkia should have the upper hand here. Not just because of type disadvantage or something.
They have Misty and Manaphy. Manaphy's guaranteed energy.
And it's like it's a basic. it's not, you don't need the 2-stage evolution to get there.
Bad start here for Poliwag.
Yeah, if he again, Misty, like it could be a quick game.
There's a ball.
There's two
Is he being
Misties. There's two Misties in Teddy's deck. Ooh,
no
ball, but
no
leaves it
Misty?
there. Really looking for a Moltres here.
Got another Charmander. At least it's pretty.
At least it's pretty. I would say, see, this is where, and I would like to say in defense for the shiny Charizard, this is the one time where you would want a shiny Charizard rather than a regular genetic Apex, because if you have a start like this, and let's say you get the Charizard line, at least you can self-ramp when things are looking bad here. And this is going to really hurt if he doesn't put the Pokemon he needs down, but he has to really think now, I guess, where the energy placement's going to be.
Do you think the shiny Charizard would be able to ramp fast enough?
That's true. I think so. If you go on curve, like the thing is, shiny Charizard is better on turn 1. Like if you turn 1, you don't go second, he's in your active, you can try and build it, but the problem is he's going to get attacked. So yeah, Mew I think should be played. I'm actually surprised there's not a single Mew in this tournament.
I thought you saw one Giratina Mew.
I think so, but we didn't see it come to fruition.
Oh, true.
Yeah. This is looking rough right now for Poliwag for sure. Ooh.
There's a Calm, but he doesn't want to get rid of Charmeleon. Right?
I mean, at this point, if Teddy doesn't have Misty, he's really so this was the risk. He's putting everything in the front line here.
Well, he might just realize that his opponent doesn't have a Moltres and just start charging the one on the bench.
The Irida is tough.
Doesn't even need it.
No, that's tough. So now Poliwag needs to top deck Charizard or Moltres retreat.
And even a Charizard Flash doesn't even kill it.
No. Ooh.
Iono?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is kind of like I feel like I don't think Poliwag has not a lot of cards left in his hand. Because I haven't seen a professor's research.
Yeah, only 2 cards.
So using Iono would be only 1 card transfer, which was the com then.
Yeah.
And the problem is that Teddy hasn't been able to draw any Misties.
Yeah, that is pretty horrifying.
Yeah, Iono is such a double-edged weapon, especially if you're trying to look like, I think for like cards like Dark Tina, it's fine. But if you're looking for something and the opponent is also looking for something, that's going to make it hard. However, there's very little choice. Like,
yeah, like if you don't have the Charizard this turn, I think you just lose.
Is he gonna try and bank on? Yeah, basically, Palkia needs to flip tails. Oh,
he retreating. I was thinking Iono. Hopefully the Palkia hits tails and then
yeah,
go from there.
Sacrificing 2 energy there is pretty important. Like rough, but not. It's not like his position right now is any better. And here's the Misties.
There's one.
Yeah, this is looking pretty grim. Was it the right play? Let's see. Oh look, he made the right play. What do we know, Trav?
Yeah, what do we know?
If he had listened to us, that Charmeleon with 3 energy was cooked.
Well, my play was to Iono hopefully hit the Charizard, but
much needed research here, but what are you gonna do? Ooh. I think this is
It's
still
pretty
pretty
slow.
grim. This shaman's just cooked.
Pretty slow.
The shaman's gone. If Palkia has like Teddy does have a copy of Sabrina, so Professor's research. It's almost like it's your worst nightmare seeing the opponent do Professor's research. Arrow, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, this is GG's.
I can't see Charizard coming back here, and Poliwag is trying so hard to fight back. But not
He's
finding a
one energy
bird.
off of
Yeah.
anything.
Man. It looks brutal.
Yeah,
There's the
unlucky.
Moltres.
50 turns late.
Retreats to Moltres. Moltres flips 3 heads. Would be the best scenario. But Palkia is there at the back. This is this is Bronson. This is hard. Nothing was going your way. And there's Sabrina, yep, okay. Nothing was going your way in game 3, unfortunately, dude. It was just so unfortunate. Like, to be fair, Teddy bricked a little bit too, starting like not getting anything until later, but yeah. Big sad. Very unfortunate. It happens, but it's not over yet. I think you have a pretty good percentage, so see what happens. Why are you searching for it? He wants to keep searching. All right.
Who wants to play with him?
Yeah. Well, Cheery
The
Dog,
password is
we can
big
go back
sad.
we can go back to Cheery
Glitch.
Dog because
Okay.
he's versing Aeron Cloud, so I think that's the Dark Tina versus the Palkia, so we're going to see another Palkia variant. That is the opponent.
Cherry Dog isn't even in the Discord, so
Oh, never mind. I thought he was just there, but I might have been wrong.
we got Joe, we got Pete on.
Okay. Joe is versing Oomph. They're both 4-0. So we can go check Joe. They're both 1 apiece, so they're in game 3 right now.
If I see another Dark Tina versus Moltres Charizard, I'm gonna be so depressed, bro.
I don't know what we're seeing. Okay, we're seeing another Dark Tina. I should put up the counter here. Dark Tina counter 9. All right. This is game number 3. None of these guys have any
Rocky
points.
helmets for the Darkrai, charging up onto the Darkrai, dealing 20, and he might have a red here to just finish him off. Yes, he does.
Oh, that's
He is going to kill
really
off this
bad.
Moltres here.
That's
And
really bad for
then
Joe.
we don't know what Joe will do. What does Joe do here? His one saving grace is that his opponent isn't charging that Giratina. So if he can charge out this Charizard off the bench,
Yeah.
it does seem like his opponent did use his Cyrus. So I don't know if he has a second one in the deck, but we are dancing on him.
It's a very important dance. It's like one of those mating rituals, but see, he flunked.
Oh.
You know, it's like a mating ritual dance that a bird does, but it was so bad that they got all tails.
Yeah, he got cucked.
Both Sabrina and Cyrus. Yeah, okay, that's pretty bad. Yes. Bronson, I think so. It depends on your percentage as well, but I'll have a look at the standings afterwards as well. I can't give you a accurate reading unless I look at the stats. Good luck, buddy.
Oh shit. I'm laughing at
I
my own joke too much.
I don't know what. Yeah, I
Um,
actually don't know what Joe could do here. Um,
Joe has lost the game, but
that's so blatant. They when he said lost the game, Joe is 4-0-0. Okay, to be fair, Joe has his high chance of making top cuts too. It's just this round 5 is
yeah, his deck didn't work out this time.
yes. Whereas Aussie Oomph, man, I'm just bringing up the deck list now, and you concede. But that was what the deck list was. So TRG. So yeah, people are using TRG. So it's definitely something to look at. But Joe has finally fallen, but not out. He just took a little wound for round 5. All right. If we look at the rest, Cherry Dog said his internet his connection cut out, but I think he's back in. He's in VC1.
He's back.
So we can have another look. It's like we're chasing this guy all over the place, dude.
Yeah, for real. Manaphy versus a Giratina that's kind of charged.
All right.
Misty on a Manaphy is crazy.
But he knew. He knew he only needed one. Oh no, that was on. I thought it was on Manaphy.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was on Manaphy too. I didn't see him put a card on the bench.
I'll just check if this needs to be censored or not by Cheery.
You're good.
I think it is.
Darkrai off the top for Cheery Dog. Energy attachment to the Darkrai.
All right, we're gonna hide a bit.
It's looking not horrendous for Cheery Dog here.
This is what, game 3? Let me check. Yeah, game 3.
He's yelling, getting that energy.
Josh, I hope you don't, buddy. Good luck. Everyone's pretty close right now. Good luck.
The Pokemon Professor thinking, putting an energy onto Palkia, and he's gonna have a fully leveled up Palkia with a Origin Form backup. And it's looking pretty good for Ironic.
Aaron Cloud, I think. Aaron Cloud.
I see.
It's just he can't fit the name, I guess.
Was that a Leaf? Yeah, Leaf's into the Darkrai. Doesn't want his Giratina to die, obviously.
Smart move. Right play.
He's gonna continue yelling at that Manaphy.
All right, we've got it all.
Pokeball for his opponent. I can't talk about his hand. Never mind. Switching out into the Palkia, going to one-shot this Darkrai.
Yeah, that's pretty harmful. So it looks like Aaron's gonna like rely on his either another Misty or Palkia Origin form to finish the job. But Aaron has made the first move. 2 points. So this will put pressure on Cherry for sure. And I mean 170 hit points is pretty nuts unless you get another Darkrai here.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. It looks kind of grim, but he does have a Team Rocket Grind.
Okay. That is not okay.
It's a whiff. But it's okay. His Palkia is not going to
unless
be online unless there's a mistake.
Unless there's always the unless. And it's funny because if TRG failed, you could just go in the scenario where Misty's like, I'll show you how to roll heads. Takes out the Misty.
I mean, he still, even if he gets rid
Mm.
of this Palkia, he has to dodge the coin flip of the other one.
Quite interesting, actually.
I think his best case scenario right now is to draw. Because he's going to take 30 from this one. And then he's going
Ah,
to take
Cherry.
20 from his own attack.
Oh, red.
Oh, that's 50. That means if he
Uh-oh.
attacks,
Yeah.
the other Palkia will just finish him
It's,
off.
well, yeah. He needs to, he does have heals, I think. But he needs to find it.
I
Oh,
think he's just going
Darkrai.
to Darkrai.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
could just
Darkrai said, yeah,
attach
you
to
could,
Darkrai.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
But
jeez.
no, but it's not over yet because
Oh no, it's not.
Falcon can tank. Wow, this is pretty epic actually. This there's a
He has to switch out though.
oh
Oh wait,
Sabrina
no, it is over. I could see his
cherries.
hand, and I didn't even see that coming.
I didn't see Sabrina, but
Yeah.
that was that was a quick turnaround by Cherry.
What a game.
Yeah, that was a good game. Good comeback. You looked like you were screwed.
Yeah, the Darkrai off the top just
Yeah, the top
won
deck
the
saved
game.
you. The top deck absolutely saved. So congratulations, Cherry. You're still in the running.
All right. Do we have anybody else, or we do it?
Don is still in, so we actually have Don playing right now. There's two pairs left, and we are literally just like jumping from channel to channel. Remember, I will say we will watch King of Stars when we get the chance on the last round.
And a red. So this Charizard is going down.
Dude, I can't even bring up the matches in time.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over already. So
Don allows us to see his hand, which is great.
yeah,
Wait,
if you can
over
read
for
Korean or see the pictures. Yeah,
you know,
Pidon's gonna win this one.
okay, okay. See when you say peed on, it sounds like the other, like, he got peed on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It-
He did get beat on. He got redded.
He got redded. Yeah, yeah. It's not. It's not. It's really not how it was. Okay, it's not how it is.
It's not exactly over yet.
You might have Aaron.
Unless
You might have a chance because if you're two losses, you might be able to still come. It depends on the percentage. Like it's pretty close. We'll have to have a look at the end of this round.
Iono from his opponent. Okay,
That's so many cards that Don was just
that is
holding.
so many
That
cards.
is insane. And the fact that Don didn't need any of these cards, he just got his two TRGs. What do you
Does he have a
do?
Cyrus in deck?
Yes.
There it is.
Why do you ask for these things?
My fault.
Wow, you just said such a mind reader. You literally called what you said. Well, that was
I'm insane.
yeah, good job, Don. You can thank Trav for manifesting Osiris to your top deck. I don't think you needed it that much, but I mean you had TRG, you had a few options.
Yeah, he had a bunch of options.
Yeah, and that's
His hand had every card in the world. So.
yeah. So Don is doing really well. So like I think that pushes him up to 4-1. Oh, you had Sabrina anyways. Okay, okay. That's just funny still that like the timing of what Trav said and the next card literally showed up like 2 seconds later. Maybe you and Trav should be professional fortune tellers with all these card predictions. I mean, dude, there's 20 cards in a deck. You're bound to like hit more than you miss sometimes, I think. All right, let's have a. There's only one left.
Like a 1 in 20 situation or a 2 in 20 situation.
Grunt is amazing, I think, when it hits.
Grunt is the best card in the game.
But yeah, this one's a pretty tough one too. Flow 2 Bro and Vivi. Important. Once they're done, we've got 7.5 minutes left to go. we'll end the round and we'll have a look at any standings. We start off with the meta before we show the standings. I think that's always good to show off.
One more round before top 8, right?
That's insane. No, but see, I like those types of plays. This is why I like putting TRG on Gengar. Just the ultimate disruption, and you kind of need. I do feel like you need TRG on Gengar now. The more I think about it, because Gengar is so slow to build, and even after you build him, you need like 2 hits on it, right? So anything to actually stop them from attacking or whatnot seems very important to me.
I think that
Yes, I saw.
especially with the
I see,
Master
Aaron.
Ball meta being like 90% Dark Tina.
Yeah, yeah, and I think
You
that's
need to
why
be
I'm losing
careful.
so much. Like, yeah, so I need to essentially build a Gengar deck that can beat a Dark Tina, which is not easy, but I do think TRG is a very important card for it. Absissa, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Wait, have you
I
always been
mean,
lurking? Hey, Logic, you're tired of seeing Darkrai? It's 90% Logic. It's 90%. I'm telling you now. I was top 5K, and then I started experimenting, and I went down a really big rabbit hole of experimentation where I versed only Darktinas and lost way too many, and now I'm in Ultra Ball again. But it's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm just happy to be
I
Masters again.
I think Darkrai will be in the meta until we get something with a better Pokemon ability.
If there's something that blocks Pokemon from using their passive, that would be pretty insane.
Oh yeah, we got that in like the third set of the TCG,
Ah.
like all the way back in the day.
Yeah,
But
they're doing well.
I don't know if we're gonna get it in this game because that's inherently unfun.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and this game is more of like the look at this art, look how cool this Pokemon's ability is.
Mm.
So turning off Pokemon abilities would be anti fun, even though they have Gengar that turns off supporter cards, which is anti fun. But I
It
love anti
no,
fun cards. I will say
but
that.
look, it when you turn it off for card like for a deck like Giratina and Darkrai where they just use a crap load of it, it is very satisfying. Especially like
It is
when
satisfying.
you first use it, you get Gengar and you go up against an 18T Articuno. It is so satisfying.
Yeah. I'm saying that their philosophy, it looks like
Yeah.
that um it would be cards that are fun to play with and play against.
Wait, Gen 1
Um
TCG Muck turned off abilities in paper? TCG. Oh.
yeah. Yep, that was the card that I was
Yeah.
talking about. It
Oh,
was
thanks, Oomph. Thank you.
I don't remember what set it was in. I'm pretty sure it was in like the third ever set of the TCG.
Hmm. So that's just the ranking. So this is the current rankings, guys. Keep you a bit visual. So you see why Don has decided to play because he really wants to hold his. Don, the question is, do you already have a Pokemon, or actually, do you already have a supporter in mind? If you stay first, because whoever keeps first gets to ban 2 supporter cards. Do you already have in mind a supporter card that you want to ban for invitationals? That's That's a question I would like to ask Don. He doesn't have to tell
Yeah,
us. Misty? He
are you
straight up
gonna
he just
do the
says
meme?
he says Misty straight up. He wants to bet.
Honestly, I don't mind that choice.
Hmm.
Ben Misty and
Hmm.
TRG.
Hmm. Ban Oak. I mean, here for those of you guys that don't know, while we're waiting as well, um, we'll happily bring it up as we're getting ready for the final round of the Swiss. Where is it? The image is there. Okay, it's this is what the ban list will be for next weekend's invitational. 12 Pokemon cards and 2 trainer cards, where first place on the leaderboard gets to ban 3 Pokemon cards and 2 trainer cards. And then second and third, 2 Pokemon cards each. Fourth to eighth will be 1 Pokemon card each. So, yeah. Can you ban Celestic Town Elder? Oh my god. I mean, you have... Don has the ability to troll if he wants to, but that's only if he can hold the points. But looking at it right now, I think, Don, you're kind of in a good position here where I think maybe Vivi has a chance to steal from you. In terms of the leaderboard here, since Vivi's still in it. Corn Dog, I'm not sure how he's going right now. We'll have to have a look afterwards. But geez, these guys are going down to the wire. There's only like a minute and a half left between Flo and Vivi. We might actually get a full match going between these two. You're fine if you lose your top. I know, but you've been doing so well for so long, so we'll see. You want to be top 3? Okay.
Imagine we get like a gold red card instead of like a full art professor's research next set. Imagine how angry people would be.
People are speculating the next set will have the golden Professor's Oak. Which would be so sought after.
I'm not seeing it.
50 seconds.
I'm not seeing it.
The gold red card. Jesus.
Yeah, gold red card instead of
top 16, Bronson. So in order to make it to the invitational, here, let me bring this up since some of you guys are asking. I think this is the image. This one maybe. Yeah. Okay, so it's top 16, but in order to make it, you had to have either won in the previous 7 tournaments. So these are our 7 winners so far of the last 7 ones. And then after that, we go to the leaderboards. Now, the leaderboards goes, we have all the way to like the top 30. You can check on the Narnia's Limitless TCG as well for the rankings. And you'll be able to see, wait, look, hang on. I'm not going to pair the next round. I'm just going to wait to see if there's any issues since the last guy's just finished on a tie. Give me a sec. Let me just check. Where is... Oh, you got an ad while I was explaining? Sorry. So basically, this one here, these are the previous winners. They automatically get an invite. And then it goes to the leaderboard for the remaining spots. And this is the current leaderboard that is there. However, this tournament is important because it involves... hang on, that's there you go. That's the format there if you want to have a look at that. But this tournament involves double points, which was very, very important. There you go. So that's why people are playing this tournament here, to try and get double points. And that could potentially help them get to the top cut. All right. So it looks like the matches are all done. There doesn't seem to be any issues. So we're going to carry on here. I'm just checking. So Vivi beat Flo 4-1 there. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get ready for the final round, okay, guys? So best of luck. This is the final Swiss round before top cut. But just to have a look as well, because like we said we would, this is the metagame at the moment. Not much has changed too much. I'm not sure. Uxie here has 40%, but we'll have a look at the standings. This is the current standings after 5 rounds. Einstein and Oomph are undefeated, but it's most like these guys will most likely make it in. What not most likely? They will make it into top cut. It's just depending on positioning afterwards. So these guys will face each other. Oomph said he will happily stream, but he doesn't know about the quality, so we'll check it later on. I did say we'll check out King of Stars afterwards as well, though, because King of Stars is right here at 3-2 with the Charizard Moltres. a lot of 4-1s in between, but apparently 2-4-2s can make it. So best of luck to everyone here. As you can see, Uxie. Oh, I don't know if Kieran's going to be able to make it here. It's pretty close here. But yeah, all right. Let's get the final round out of the way, right? So good luck, everyone. Here we go. It has started. Is there anyone you want to watch, Trav?
Well, it sounded like you wanted to watch King of Stars.
That's true. I said that many times.
So let's watch.
All right.
Please.
We'll wait for King of Stars to show his screen, if he does. You're facing your brother. Are you facing Flo, Aaron? Wait, let me check. Pairings. You are. Good luck. Good luck. The percentages are pretty high in opponent wise. It looks like Don, you really need to win this one to have a shot into top. I mean, anything can happen here. Anything can literally happen. I mean, the purpose of the points, guys, is for people with being active and trying their luck and whatnot. So, yeah, Joe's versing Don. Whoa. Okay. Okay. We'll see if King of Stars is going to get his match up. If he doesn't, we'll switch over.
Yeah, I want to see Joe's POV.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be another Darkrai
Moltres.
Giratina versus Moltres. Yeah.
Oh, good, Aaron. Good luck against your brother. Only one can possibly make it to top cut. Alright, I guess we're going to watch Joe's POV, so I'll get Joe's name ready if King of Stars doesn't get his match ready. And it will be against Don, the scary double TRG player. Against Joe? That could be pretty bad. Like, for Joe.
Yeah, that could be horrific.
That's pretty scary. I've even ticked over the Giratina encounter, guys, for the final round.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, since we're waiting, I can just quickly put in the deck list. And this one. Is there any stream set up yet? If otherwise, we're gonna switch over to Joe versus Don. Okay.
Let's switch over.
All right. We'll switch over to watch Joe's POV. Making sure we got a visual. We do. Okay. All right. This is Joe versus Don. And there we go. The double TRG risk. This looks pretty good for Joe. Charmeleon. But the coin flip? Oh, you know what? That's much better than before. I don't know what's happened. I don't know. I think this is just turn 2 or something, right? Or 3? 3 or 4. Trav isn't muted, so I don't know what. Trav will come back. So we carry on. Trav DC'd. Trav is back.
I was talking that entire.
No one heard. You just randomly DC'd, so.
Oh, awesome! My favorite. Well,
Joe is either thinking or is AFK. The game hasn't lagged because the cape is yeah, okay. Joe, the timer. It's charging. Yeah, he's versing Pedon. Yeah, it's Pedon he's versing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Don was making the move.
Yeah. I was saying that Joe could have used a card in his hand because his opponent has 15 cards in his hand.
Oh. 15.
Yeah, they're about 15.
Oh,
Close enough. 15.
Mars. He's really trying to prevent that Charizard from coming into play here. But I just saw something shine up as well on my side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, what's that thing? Turnabout's,
Again.
yeah, turnabout's fair play. So, uh, I mean, it depends on him if he does use it or not. But it looks like Joe does have Charizard here. The dance, he just needs one coin. And he gets it.
There's one coin.
He gets
There's
two.
2 coins. That's value.
So Don's Giratina is at risk. And Don looks like he's bricked because there's no Darkrai here as well. Now, of course, I say that he gets...
Don has Cyrus, not Sabrina, right? So it's
He has got both. Don's got both Sabrina, Cyrus. Don basically is all in attack and disruption. There is no supportive items except for actually, sorry, there's 2 potions and cape. He doesn't run Pokemon Center Lady.
Okay. So if he had it, he would have used it. He would have Sabrina'd him and
Yeah, for sure. So it means he doesn't have it.
all right.
It's like an energy game right now.
Yeah, most definitely. Sabrina coming out of Joe.
Darkrai seems like the only choice here.
Yeah. Whatever he brings out will get one shot.
I guess in this instance, like you can kind of see that Don, if Don does have TRG, he kind of wants Joe to bring out his Charizard, which he does. So
yeah, just needs 2 flips off of TRG.
Yep. Yeah, so this is Don only has in a way one defensive maneuver here. And it's really one of the only ways to stop Charizard from being Charizard, is to get rid of his energy. So and you saw that Joe went for Broken Away too. He sacrificed 2 energy from Moltres just to bring out this Charizard to try and end it right here.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he even has the TRG.
I'd like to think anytime you have 2 of something that you do have it. I could be wrong.
Yeah, says the guy that bricks on the evolution, the middle evolution line.
I've never seen Don brick a TRG. I've always seen him use it every game.
Yeah, but he has bricked on the flips a lot.
Yes, that's true. Oh.
Nope, Sabrina instead.
I mean, that's a good play still because he sacrificed energy.
True, but he only has one Sabrina, right?
Yes, he does. So this is where it gets tricky. I mean, this is actually...
Oh, he has no way of bringing back the Charizard. Right? Charizard has
he's got a Charizard doesn't... No, he does. Yeah, Charizard has 20 damage from it, so he can with Cyrus.
Okay.
But it looks like here that I think Don is probably looking for TRG maybe, because then I mean this is I don't know, maybe he's always had it, but he wants to get rid of the Moltres first, and then which he will with Darkrai's ability, and then use TRG on the Charizard.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, 5 energy is a lot. He needs to get rid of 3.
Yeah, so it's looking
scary. 3 TRG would be insane.
Isn't this just GG's?
It's his last play. Red. Not enough.
Red plus energy attached? No.
Not enough. It's GG. No helmet. Or was helmet? No, actually, helmet was already used, right? Helmet was already used because Charizard already attacked.
Yeah.
Wow, no TRG. Okay, so Don was unfortunate there. 10 HP difference. Good job, Joe. Round 1. 2 Charizard. Probably one of the few decks that can, in a way, go toe-to-toe so long as you build that char.
Yep. What are we looking from Pete on here?
What are we looking?
Yeah, like gameplay-wise.
He needs to either do early TRG on the Moltres to prevent ramping in a way, or best case scenario is to Sabrina the Charmander into the active. Or if there's only 2 Pokemon and he's got Charmeleon, you bring the Charmeleon to the active, and then Charmeleon to retreat is so punishing. Since it's a 2 retreat cost. He may get his wish, as Joe looks to be starting with Charmander. And Don gets to go second, starting with Darkrai, so already dealing damage.
Yeah, it's looking very rough for this game 2 here for Joe. Rocky Helmet onto the Darkrai, just passing. Iono for Joe though, that could help him out like a lot.
Yes.
Because his hand's looking poopy.
Which he does use. Oh, what a great reroll. That's fantastic.
That's not horrible. That's pretty good.
He gets the Moltres X speed, and he gets to chuck on an energy to start building is good.
Yeah.
That's about as good as Joe can ask for. Yeah. Actually, never mind. Let's get the 3 head flips, and then it's as good as Joe could ever ask for.
True. Yeah, true. No head? 1 head?
Still pretty good. Yeah, still really good for Charmander. Now, I don't think Don would need to Sabrina here yet until it's a Charmeleon, if that's the case. What does Don do here?
I don't think so either.
Research. Pokeball. Giratina, give the man the world for game number 2. To be fair, he's got a lot of cards.
Yeah, true. It seems like Giratina Darkrai players always have a lot of cards in their hand.
Yep.
Perfect Mars targets.
Well, I did see Mars from the reroll of Iona, so I think Joe does have a Mars in his hand. So Don has used all the cards.
But we learned from game 1 that he doesn't use Mars.
Who? Joe?
Joe?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't need to disrupt.
He had a perfect Mars last game, and he didn't use it. But maybe he'll use it this time. Who knows?
I was trying to say that the minimum for Mars or red card is 5. But I always prefer if the enemy has already used Professor's Research, so that you don't have to run into it again. There's Moltres, so no Charmeleon it looks like. So Joe's kind of bricking his Charmander line here. Inferno Dance is great.
Dancing on him. Only 1 heads though.
Joe's currently 50%. 3 out of 6 are heads.
Balance as all things should be.
Poking away with Darkrai. We're waiting for basically the mid to end game is probably the best for this scenario here.
Yeah, most definitely.
See, this is still like we're about to reach mid game, but Joe is suffering pretty badly right now with no Charmeleon in play. I don't know if he has Charizard in play, but I mean in his hand. But I think at this
Um,
point you'd probably just chuck an energy on Moltres and start attacking. There's not really much you can do, and like to be honest, 70 damage on the Giratina EX is pretty punishing for the Giratina, especially not being able to
yeah,
have any energy ready. So, and that's what Joe's doing.
yeah, especially with no Charizard in hand. We know his last card, and he still hasn't used it.
What I'm still yet to see TRG, man.
I told you
Surely,
he hasn't. No
surely, Don,
TRG
you've got
ever.
like 6 cards there. Oh, he retreated the Giratina, and
I
he's gonna
think
KO
I
the
think
Moltres here. Yeah.
I think he's saving TRG for Top Cut.
Or he's saving it for that Charmander that's got nothing. But this was a good play. Retreats the Giratina here. Sacrifice all the energy, but getting rid of a Moltres is huge. So now Joe has to be really careful. Since if he can't protect this Charmander, it's cooked. That's
Yeah.
probably not a card that Joe wants to see. He really looks like he's looking for Charmeleon and can't find it. It may be a game 3, guys.